Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back everybody. So let us see what we're going to reveal for our second layer for the Daily Dharma number 2. Today we've got the Goddess collection here talking about spinning some silken thread divine in our lives between the new moon and the full moon, where the darkness gives way to the light with the increasing light that is surrounding us. And so to trust the process, we're being told to just continue to feel our way through the darkness until the light returns. So keep it in check. Until then, don't lose track of anything. Make sure that you have some extra things in your back pocket in case whatever goes sideways. And let's see. So we have first, spin the silken thread divine. So you're generating something into your life, and you're starting out, well, it seems like you've been started. Yes, okay. We're getting Naga of the Golden Lotus, the Empress, coming out. Under the deck, we have Restful Renewal, 4 of activations, and this has quite a stack. So this spin the silken thread divine is an element of the Empress. So being able to rebirth oneself with the heart fire intact, being able to see ahead of something and to activate our soul essence in alignment with the task that we're trying to deliver. Persistent presence, 9 of light codes. It seems like this is something that you have diligently, continually worked on and had different aspects coming forward and different successes and overwhelming circumstances along the way, because it's been persistently with you, but it's only been a presence. It hasn't been overwhelming yet. Garden, 9 of earth guardians. Another one with these purplish brownish eyes here. It's talking very much about someone who might be involved in plant generation in some way, whether it's in your home or herbology or wild gathering or something such as that. You're very involved in cultivating blooming cycles in the summer. And we have wisdom of the sacred, the high priestess. And through this process, you're really being able to cultivate something within yourself that is the self-actualizing pinnacle of your existence. Evolving light codes, the star. Look at these two together, first of all. It's this embodiment of the star, and see how that heart is upon this pyramid type structure. You may be somebody who is interested in climbing a corporate ladder, but most of the individuals out here will be individuals thriving outside of mainstream enterprises. But you're embodying your star essence, and as this star essence comes through your upper chakras here, it comes down into the self-actualizing portal. That's so beautiful. So you're really birthing something quite divine in yourself, and it's going to come through in a very profound way because you've taken your time working through all of the ups and downs and the ins and outs of everything that's been going through your cycle. And it looks like you have even tried to take on various partnerships in your enterprise, but it seems like it's something that you've been working mostly on by yourself, even if it involves other people, such as, you know, gathering of people for enterprises and workshops and things. You're the one putting them on. And now we have the sovereign cohesion of the Emperor with the alignment of the heart. Justice. Oh my gosh, this gives me chills. This is gorgeous. So we had the Emperor and the Empress come out recently. I'm going to place this one over the higher calling of the Emperor, and underneath we've got Mountain, Paladin of Earth, Guardians. So yeah, over the higher calling card, because look at this symbology here. It's this divine union between mystics, I'm hearing, that is coming through, and it's part of your higher calling to seek this justified new beginning in love or romance. It's something that you have called in and cultivated in your life. So very interesting. And let's get something for perception here. What is it that we are perceiving newly in our lives? I feel like it's going to be different for many of us. It's kind of a big stack. Let's get something a little more precise here for our viewers. There we go. The Eye. Initiate of portals. There's something very fluid about the iris area in your eye. So some of you may have hazel eyes, or some essence of changeability to your eyes, or maybe some of you have two different colored eyes or a pigmentation issue. Oh, and even a birthmark below the eye with this little heart in the corner, or this, it's not a heart, it's a star in the corner. It's something about your destined outcomes with this, the star being channeled through this essence here. It's very interesting. So your perception is initiating a very deep dive out of some frozen circumstance of lack mentality that may have been birthed into you, that you have been seeing your way through and out of. That's interesting. So are some of you gathering with tribe? The Chalice, Priestess of Activations. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're breaking out of the confines of your early environment. And yeah, reaching out into the wider world with this macrocosm under the deck. And so you're understanding the ability that you have to move beyond this and to drink from the cup that others are drinking from. And this transition 43 is very much a DNA activation for me. And so transition, what is this upgrade that is happening for the viewer? I feel like slowing down. There's a card that wants to come out. There it is. Okay. Meadow, Ace of Earth Guardians comes out with the Pineal Pioneers, Ace of Activations. Dang. So two aces. It's like it's your earthly and your starborn identities coming in together. And so many of you may have been working outside of the home and behind the scenes for some time. Yes, and it's this, the meadow is working in the real world, supposedly, with cultivating something that's growing around you. And during this time, it seems that you've been able to rediscover aspects of your inner world coming forward in this crystalline form. The microcosm, Initiative Earth Guardians. initiating this inner stirring and cultivation of the large becoming the small. And with that large becoming the small, it's as if to say that that which is beyond the mind is being translated through your process of darkness and helping to rebirth more and more light towards the dawning of this new time frame. And the three that just popped out are heart, 10 of portals, deep dive, 4 of portals, and the dimensional shifts of the crystalline, the chariot. And I want to show you all 3 of these. Autonomous initiator, paladin of light codes. Being able to self-actualize this aspect of self is like the Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, and crowning this Christmas tree with the element of personal peace and love that comes through from this heart, this 10 of portals. And the portals too is like the captivating moment where we dive through some type of obscurity, when we get the night vision goggles on and we start feeling through, and perhaps with even our eyes closed. It may be for some of you, your dreams are leading you, or your astral travels are leading you to some type of sacred wisdom that is birthing forward from you. But it seems like this deep dive is an aspect of getting the crystalline activated within ourself. Yes, that's interesting. So this surrender point too is about the divine feminine here. Okay, my cards are all sticking here, but that crystalline activation, I called it out before the card came out of the deck. So that's very interesting. Let's see what we have for this loving compassion here. Yeah, emerging oneself and recognizing how the wisdom of the sacred is the earth educating the self on the way forward. And so it's the earth, but it's the earth imbued from the solar radiance, from the moon's radiance, from the faith and the trust in the process. And these two came out: infinite self-realization, 10 of activations. Reclaim your power, 8 of activations. Great central sun, the sage of portals. And the Sedona vortex, the 9 of portals. That's so interesting. Let's see if we can get those all in there. Isn't that gorgeous? It's very much the central sun coming through this activating portal here. So the loving compassion to gather information from our travels, from our time in space in different areas, and how the earth herself and how the plants themselves have cultivated within us a sense of reverence for the process. Yeah, the autonomous initiator under the deck again. This tantric journey. What is this tantric journey card? The autonomous initiator, the paladin of light codes. And so you are this autonomous initiator. This wisdom of the sacred comes through you very, very, very fluidly, and it always has, but you've been possibly shoving it down somewhere, and you're recognizing your ability to tap into it and to not get tangled in the vines that have entrapped your ancestors with the snow in this frozen area, tangling around and freezing up your ability to be crystalline and to move through this process. I'm getting chills again. And it doesn't seem to be because I'm cold. It seems that I'm on to something here. What is the next thing? The sacral chakra, the core of creation. And your ability to cultivate a sense of seeingness through the darkness has to do with your ability to cultivate life into formation. And so if you are wanting to help yourself, take good care of your plants, take good care of yourself, put some extra herbs into your food or into your body. The macrocosm comes through. 2 of Earth Guardians comes through with Stone Circle. 6 of Portals. There's a timeliness to this as well, a divine timelessness to this, because I'm seeing this central sun here, the core of this central sun. Do you see how it's looking with all that on it? And look at how this is repeated right here on this sun here. It's very interesting. So yeah, we're having the loving compassion to sit with this emerging truth that this has been with us for some time, and that we have been not self-activating. We've been just doing the work, and the work is very valid and it helps to keep everything in check, but it's time to release our authority, I believe, to steer the ship, and we need to follow the star, if that makes sense. And it's going to take us through some deep dives from some various areas where we're going to be creating something that is perhaps beyond its timeliness right now. Okay, let's see. What is this? Shine your light. We've got the snow again. Oh, interesting. We have a reversed card in this deck and one that's hiding. Angel light, 9 of activations. I feel like you have something within your presence that is very angelic, and it has caused other individuals to judge you harshly, being outside of others' integrity. This one was in reverse, the wings of integrity. And the angel light activation card is what is bringing the activation in for the difference between the meadow and this pineal pioneers card. If you look at her, she gathers the wings here on her third eye, which is to me incredibly synchronistic now, because the wings of integrity are also activated here in this angel light activation with the wings there. I just want to show these 3 together. Now that is beautiful. So this judging aspect that your ancestors, or that you in previous lifetimes, whatever you believe, has been freezing you out of the mixture, because you were in your chrysalis. You had to go back into your chrysalis to reconvene. Is that what it is? And to then be birthed forward. And you see her light wings, shine your light. It's just gorgeous here. So it's needed to take some time to unlock your process. Attune and recalibrate under the deck with Cave, 8 of Earth Guardians. Yeah, you may have needed some Reiki or some other attuned services recently to recalibrate some of your collaterals and meridians in your body, and sitting in the sun or doing things differently than you have in the past and honoring your inner schedule is going to help you to neutralize the charge of what's coming in for you with this angelic download and this clearing, the shadow clearing, the catalyst. So look at that. Around her is this dragon essence, and it's because she's neutralizing the charge of being different. Because this neutralize the charge aspect is, it's tempering the difference between this Mantanji card, which is the tantric queen of outcasts, which we do have tantric union here. It's taking her and having her choosing to self-activate and attune her energy by rebirthing herself into this dragon-like energy. Isn't that something? And so the more that she sheds the layers of this clearing energy, the further ahead that she becomes in the earthly elementals. She's gathering more and more of her emperor type capacity to remain sovereign and cohesive in understanding and self-understanding, self-regulated, self-autonomous, and initiating the alignment with the heart and the higher heart in the capacity. Yeah, neutralizing the charge also of this three-eye atlas coming in right now. It's an interesting mixture right now, but I'm feeling that it's bringing a lot of things together for many of us. I'll take this one. Oh, navigate from the heart. 8 of light codes. And look at those wings coming in. It's very much activating from the heart. Navigate from the heart. It's that crystalline aspect of the Chariot card coming in here. And it's the wherewithal to tune into this process and to channel it down into the self through prayer and perfect personal alignment with one's own differences and autonomy, to shake things loose. Oh, soul star chakra, that's so gorgeous, to navigate from the higher heart. The 8 of light codes is very much like, don't remain trapped, but yeah, recollect and reconvene. Return to the mother tree. 10 of light codes is behind this, and that is what's steering this journey. Perhaps some of you have a mother aspect in spirit already that is steering your journey. Let's see the synergy and solar plexus and allowance with the new blueprints. The synergy to work together to take your own initiative in this world and in this time and space, to continue to thrive outside of normal convention. Courageous alignment, no kidding. And look at the dragonfly essence birthing down here below. And its wings have all of these eyeballs on them. 7 of light codes. So the courageous alignment to stand solitary and on your own, so to speak, out in the rainforest. The 10 of earth guardians. That's so gorgeous. See how she's camouflaged, like with her hunting gear and her paint on her face. And then she's got all of those very ethnic flowers on her hair. Ethnic. Why did I say ethnic? Exotic. So anyways, green eyes. The frog is hiding in her hair. We were talking about that recently with that stepping through card. Stepping through the folds of reality, through the folds of the hair. Like, you know, from an early age, some people might, you know, live under their hair like that. It seems like somebody has been hiding their talents and doing their stuff on the side or in the dark. And what is it that we're allowing to step forward? Having this courageous alignment with? We'll take this one. The Mountain, Paladin of Earth Guardians. It's something related to the ancient American heritage, perhaps. Could be the Appalachian Mountains. Somebody perhaps from the Tennessee area, around the area, Kentucky. Oh, okay. That's a lot of cards coming out right in my lap here. All right. All right, rainbow portals and attune and recalibrate coming out with vines. Let's keep going. So what is this mountain? It looks like we are having the wherewithal to bring forth a mountain to transform through illumination. The Magician. Yeah, we have an otherworldly persona. And so we have this whirlwind around us that keeps others away from us in certain aspects and allows us to connect with the other light warriors on earth to transform the world through this cultivation of sacred allowance, to bring forward the new blueprints for a new time. Oh, gorgeous. We've got Crystalline Staircase, the Five of Portals, and the Courage card with the origins of light and the strength here coming out beyond the mind. Crystalline Staircase, oh my goodness, is obscuring the lineage of the Hierophant. Isn't that incredible? Having the wherewithal to climb up the crystalline staircase, to collectively awaken each other during this time, to continue to remain connected on some intricate, very beyond the self level. And we have contemplative solitude with the Hermit that fell on the floor with these vines. And so don't backslide too much at this time. I feel like this is part of our, it's part of our heritage, okay? Because some of us are into the gardening. It's part of our ability to optimize our strength and our ability to correspond with the sky. All right, what does this look beyond the surface? Remaining safe and surrounded by love, keeping things in check. Look beyond the surface. You are safe and surrounded by love at this time. Attune and recalibrate your energies and stay, tickled by the free spirit, the muse, and action beyond the ordinary comes out with Labyrinth and neutralize the charge. So making your way back out through this maze of what do I want to call it? With the best of intentions, the ambiguity and it's the delusions of the Matrix, if you will. And taking action beyond the ordinary is to initiate ourselves by educating ourselves again and again, to remain tickled and delighted and awake, to remind ourselves that we chose this for a very intricate reason, to be able to help ourselves to make it through this portal on time and with friends. I don't know. And Black Bear Guardian, Coral Reef, 3 of Earth Guardians. It's something very much about the earth coming awake at this time and feeling the connection between self and the ocean. Many of you will be living in places close to the ocean, and the coral reef is actually a living organism. It's just like the root structures of trees that are talking amongst each other in the forest below the surface of the soil. Stargate, 2 of portals. I feel like many of you were also aware that there are elements of astral travel happening through the depths of the ocean. And I don't want to say too much, but it's something about the UAPs. Neutralize the charge. Yeah, you're neutralizing the charge of these topics for other individuals by bringing them up in the light ways that you can. The Radiant Feminine, Priestess of Light Codes. That is beautiful. All right. And below the deck we have In It, but Not of It. The Wheel of Fortune with Microcosm here. Having the elements of the earth, having the wherewithal to navigate from the simple heart, but having the heart connected to something so transcendent, so beyond this now moment, that sometimes it seems like doing the right thing actually will take us back a notch or two, but recognizing that through the darkness is always the light. And so choosing again and again and again to do the right thing, to ride that crystalline chariot beyond this portal through the astrology and into the celebration of the 4 of Light Codes. That's so gorgeous. That's the card that I shuffled under the deck to begin today. And so with this microcosm, it's very much that some of us could be birthing children into this world with the depiction here, and it's that we are bringing in essence through ourselves, through our hopes, our prayers, and our thoughts, and through our alignment codes with everything that we're here to be and to do and to put into place here, and we're getting it done. So take good care of yourselves, everybody. Look for those membership portals, and we'll see you soon.